babes. Just got home, grabbed my camera so that we can vlog this weekend, which is like gonna be a beautiful weekend here in Seattle. Like the weather is so nice. Is this lens dirty? Kind of is looking weird. Today's Saturday. We went and met up with like a couple from Rover. Rover is an app that can help you find like a sitter for your dog. So whether that is just like a daycare daily situation or for like longer term like boarding situations. So we went and met up with someone that is like close to us for like a potential person that could watch Gray. If you own dogs, like it's so hard, like so much harder than just having a cat. Like this is the way that it gets us panning out, is like finding someone that you trust, like that's reliable, but also it feels like we're needing to have like way more people on a rotation of who can watch Gray. And we've definitely used like some folks throughout the time that we've had her for like this last year and a half, but some people are unavailable, and then there's some that we just don't want to use again. So yeah, really excited about this couple. They have 2 dogs of their own. They only allow 1 dog at a time, which is great. That's exactly what we're looking for. But one of their dogs is a mini Aussie, like exactly the same size as Gray, and they're just like playing forever in their backyard, like running back and forth, and we absolutely loved that. So this might be like a match made in heaven. She's gonna have like some time to be like besties with like this other Aussie, and then the second dog that they have is like this huge massive like white dog. So I'm hoping that Gray and him like get along. They got along for like the little part, but then we put him away just to focus on like 1 dog at a time because it's kind of like overwhelming. But anyways, so that's what we came back from. So I'm still like have my jacket on. But other than that, there's no major plans that we have this weekend. Monday's actually a holiday as well, but it's just some good old cozy time at home that we have planned for this weekend, which is my favorite, and I know that you guys love the cozy vlogs too, but I don't have any plans. So let's see what this vlog ends up even becoming and what we end up doing together. First order of business, I think, is reading. I think it's reading. I'll explain. I'll explain here in a second. Alright, let's bring it down to the library room. This angle shows Juan back there playing video games. You guys don't miss an opportunity, that's for sure. Just got home and he's immediately playing some games. That's fine. That's the way that he relaxes, and reading is one of the ways that I relax, so I don't really mind. It's just that if he starts yelling. Okay, so something that we're doing this weekend, I alluded to it before, like when I did like the book tag, but we're in the middle of rereading Fourth Wing. We have Onyx Storm launching in like T-minus 3 days. I pre-ordered that book like so many months ago. I feel like I almost pre-ordered it like immediately when they announced it, so like almost a year it seems like. So this entire weekend is gonna be mission Fourth Wing. So finish Fourth Wing, read Iron Flame. I'm giving myself until Monday, so I mean that's like a lot of reading. We'll see what else like I accomplish, right? But something I'm doing differently for this reread is I'm actually listening to the Audible and reading along with it, and it's added such a different layer to like my reading experience. It's so much fun, and like the Audible that I'm listening to, it's the graphic audio, so it kind of feels like a full-blown movie. Oh, it's so fantastic. Yeah, this is my first time like really truly trying like an Audible. I don't think I can get like on board with it for like everything, but certain cases like this, like I am all for it because I'm definitely very partial to just reading. I'm like more of a visual learner, like I need to see it versus like auditory, you know? So it helps for me to be able to like read the words to digest it, but doing the read along is such like a fun experience. So anyways, we're reading Fourth Wing. I'm doing it just on my Kindle, even though I have the book over there, because I've been highlighting like crazy. I'm trying to like find any sort of Easter eggs and just like things that could come in handy for Onyx Storm, and yeah, it has been so much fun. I remembered more than I thought I would, I gotta be honest, but I definitely forgot about a lot. We have probably like, what does the Audible say actually? That's more accurate. I have 55 minutes left in this book, so let's see if we can just like knock that out real fast. But what I was going to say is it's going to be interesting to reflect once I'm done with this book and compare it to what review I wrote for it at like the first time I read it to see if it's the same. So far, I like it just as much as I liked it the first time I read it through, but I haven't looked back to like my reviews. So it'd be interesting to look at it and compare it that way. But I slightly forgot just like how much I love this book. Forgot's maybe not like the right word for it, because this book still remains like at the top, but rereading it, it just makes me love it even more than I did before. You know what I mean? So let's put the hair behind my ears so it doesn't dent and crease my hair. And let's start the audio. If you guys listen to Audible, tell me how you do it. Do you do it like in a similar way where you do like a read along with it? Or are there certain cases that you just listen? What I found that I did yesterday is that when I was like folding laundry and doing stuff, like I could listen just fine and still pay attention. But if there's anything else that required my attention, like working, responding to emails, reading something else, no way. I could like pay attention to the Audible book. But just like busy work and chores, like I found that I could pay attention enough. But again, this is rereading, not just like at first read. So I feel like comprehending the book is like different than a first read. Does that make sense? I don't know. I'll have to try it to see. But yeah, curious to hear about your guys' experience with Audibles. The only thing that I am not a fan of is doing the graphic audio version. They split a book into 2 parts. So not only does it cost twice as much, but then it's like 2 separate entries, and just for like my OCD, I don't like that. Like I want it to be like in a single entry, but I do like this version of it. It's quite fun. Like I can full on picture like everything, the scenarios, and I'm just like fully submerged into like the entire story. It's quite a cool experience. I'm reluctantly pulling myself away from reading to make some lunch for us. And I'm deciding on having a tuna salad. I'm actually kind of salivating. Just put the 2 cans of tuna in here, and I'm kind of just like mixing it up a bit to make it into smaller pieces before mixing in everything else. I've been making this quite a bit lately, and I am obsessed with it. It's a little bit different than the recipe that I kind of used before, like the ingredients. Like before, I remember putting like celery in it and stuff like that, which is still good, but it's been nice to kind of like switch things up. So I have been adding cucumber, coarse red onion, that's a classic. I've been adding avocado, that's a great addition. That's pretty much it. We're gonna top it off with a bunch of seasoning. So like salt, pepper, some garlic powder. Mustard is actually really good in this, like yellow mustard. And then of course like mayonnaise is what we're gonna choose to use. But I've heard that you can also switch it up and use like a Greek yogurt or something like that too. We're gonna also put pickles in this. Duh. I feel like you can't have a tuna salad without some pickles. Well, that's what you'll see me start to kind of like put together right now. But okay, I finished Fourth Wing. That got pretty intense. And like, if you know, you know, like what happens towards the end of Fourth Wing. There's like 2 major, well, there's a lot of major things, but 2 like standout things that happen. And one of them, as you saw, had me just like crying. And I'm slightly surprised that even like reading it a second time, it still like hit the same way. Maybe because it was like the Audible, you know, like listening to it too, but oh, man, that got me. So it kind of, I think, fucked up my makeup a little bit. Oh well. But I'm excited to be done with that, and it makes me, oh, just have like this renewed sense of like excitement about diving into the second one, even though from my memory I liked the second one less than the first, but I still love it overall. And then the third book, oh my god, I cannot believe that the time is here. For those that are in like the book club, we chatted about this a little bit in the club like main chat room. Some of you are like even taking Tuesday off to just like read I love it. I think that we're all on the same page about just like the excitement for this third book to come out. I don't remember the last time that I was so excited about a book to come out. This is incredible. I feel like it's been like since Harry Potter. But the main thing is I gotta stay on social media because I'm gonna not necessarily like take my time, but I'm definitely not gonna like try to read it in a single day. And on top of that, this, for those that don't want to be on top of it for like the first couple of days either, we decided that this is going to be the book club book for February. So I think that that would be a lot of fun if you want to read it along with us. I'm obviously going to start it ahead of February, but I think this is going to be the perfect book for us to like just chat about. I know everyone's kind of like on different schedules and stuff, so I think it's going to work out perfectly because I know this is going to be a book that I want to discuss with you guys, hear your guys' thoughts about how it went versus like some of like the theories that was going around. Oh my god, this is going to be so much fun. So yeah, we're going to make this little lunch and then probably get back to reading, at least starting Iron Flame. Okay, here's the red onion. I know that this is completely irrational and silly. I put half of an avocado in the refrigerator yesterday and then I covered it, right? But you know how like it starts to brown a little bit? Like I'm sure it's fine to eat, but like I can't eat it. So I'm gonna peel off a little bit of this top layer to get to the green part again. I don't know, you guys, something about it kind of like freaks me out. I can't do it. I wouldn't normally put this much avocado, but given that I'm making this for two, a half just isn't enough. So I'm gonna end up doing 1.5 avocados here. This looks so good. Okay, let's move on. I'm gonna put some salt. Be mindful if your tuna has salt already in it or if it's no salt added because you don't want to over salt, obviously. We got some garlic, pepper. I feel like this might sound weird to some people to add mustard to it. I mean, I'm not like a huge mustard person. The only time I like mustard is in my tuna salads or in my deviled eggs. Otherwise, I don't really eat mustard, but something about this like addition, ooh, it adds a good flavor to it, that's for sure. And then I'm gonna use some organic mayonnaise. We'll start with this and then we'll mix together and see what it looks like. I talked about this in the last vlog, but if you watched it, I'm trying to eat more protein in a day. I'm not necessarily like watching carbs, calories, like all of the other things. It's just like specifically keeping an eye on the protein intake. So that's why I don't care about having like mayonnaise and stuff like that. But tuna, oh my god, this can was what? 32 grams of protein per can. And if Juan and I split this, like I'm still going to be getting like that serving, which is absolutely insane. It's also nice to kind of like make this ahead because it does just fine if you don't eat it all and you want to save it and have it for leftovers in a meal like the next day. It still tastes like just the same and it's just very delicious. It's a very easy lunch. That's why I made it this last week. Like made it one day but then had it again the next day, but it was already pre-made, which is nice. Wow. Let's put it into bowls for Juan and I. And then we're gonna have a little bit of electrolytes. I have found myself craving this electrolytes. It's the Relight and it's in the strawberry lemonade flavor. Oh my god, you guys, I'm really in love with this stuff. Babe, what do you want to drink?
Diet Coke.
Okay, let's get like a good taste out. I don't know why I was overlooking adding avocado. Can't really even taste it. It adds like this creaminess to it. God, that's so good. Okay, about to get back into it and start Iron Flame. Oh, this is like shaping out to be like the best day ever. This is fantastic. I love a day that you can just spend it doing whatever the hell you want to do without any worries, relaxing, just reading. Okay, but we're gonna make a matcha because this is gonna pair perfectly. Right now, it's the afternoon, it's my matcha time. Before I make my matcha, I wanted to show you my new like matcha tea station. I completely like revamped it and I got like a few new things. So I figured it would be really fun to show you like my new setup. And here we have it. This is kind of like the overview of what it looks like from afar. I had a shelf here before, if you guys remember, but it was like a marble shelf that you kind of like use for food, but I used it for like putting my glasses and mugs on. But then I ended up getting like this new wooden one and it holds more mugs, which is exciting. And then I also moved out of here this marble utensil holder and kind of simplified it into like this mug that you see over on like this wooden tray over here. But let's get closer so we can chat about it. It's so exciting. Okay, so you guys have seen like this marble lamp over here. I also have it in the library room, but I got a second one because I liked it so much and I put it over here. I will link the place that I got it from. It's like a place in Nashville, but I put like a smart light to it so that I can control it with the other lighting system that we have in the house. It has like just a simple switch on the base, which I appreciate. I don't like the ones that are on the cord. And then I just recently moved some of like these cocktail books here just to kind of hide like some part of the cord, but you can still access the socket that is behind here. But yeah, this is incredible. I think it is maple. Got it off of Etsy, but then I put all of my unique and one-of-a-kind mugs on it. So you guys know that I was like kind of obsessed with getting some handmade mugs off of Etsy, and that's kind of like my collection so far. Most of these are from the same shop except for this and this one. All the others are from the same, so this, and these two. I freaking love her. I will link her shop down below. I'm obsessed with all of her stuff. And then I ended up putting my matcha bowl right here. All of the tones kind of go together, so it worked really well. And then on top, I'm gonna end up putting like some of the matchas that I want to kind of like rotate through. For now, I just have the one, but I do have more matcha that's going to be delivered that I want to like test out with you guys, and I'll end up putting those up here. And then this little bowl, I put like my supplements in it every single day, and my supplements drawer is right here, so I just kind of keep this close by. And then pivoting on over to this side, we have my kettle. I'm actually looking at getting a new one. I kind of like want a chrome finish, like a mirror finish sort of a kettle. I think that would be cute, but for now this has served its purpose and it's working really well. I think I'm gonna also switch out this plug thing so it's less prominent and get one that is like more flush, and then maybe hide these cords behind this. Ordered something, I think it's arriving today. I don't know. If it does, we can play around with it together later. And then I still have this like wooden stand right here. I really like it. I wanted to keep it here, but instead of like a big marble utensil holder, I simplified down to like just this mug, which is the same shop as where a majority of the other ones are from. This cute little saying, cute but overthinker. It is a mug, so I'm thinking I might want to get something else, but this serves the purpose for now of like what I wanted. But it has the main utensils that I need for either making my matcha or for my tea. So I have the sifter, I have a measuring spoon here, and then I also have this that's for like loose leaf teas. Just open it up and the loose leaf tea goes in there. And then of course the bamboo whisk for the matcha. And then in here, this is actually kind of like, what is it called? Like a butter nook thing where you put butter in it, but I wasn't using it for that anymore. And instead I just put some sugar in it for tea, and then I paired it with like this cute little pearl spoon to like scoop it. I think it like works perfectly, honestly. I like finding ways to like repurpose things that I'm not currently using, but still getting use out of it, you know? So there we have it. That's kind of my setup for now that I am absolutely loving. But let's go ahead and start to make the matcha now. 80 degrees Celsius. I keep my cinnamon in the drawer that's like right here instead of being on the counter, but I could move it back if I wanted to. I was trying to keep it like more simplistic, even though it's in like this cute little salt pepper shaker, but it is marble. And then same with the honey. I also keep it in the drawer there instead of it being on the counter. So that way it's like close by, but it's not cluttering everything, right? Timing. I'm gonna go put milk in this first before putting water in here. But doesn't this just like kind of take away from the entire space? I really want to try to figure out a solution for this so it's less prominent. Not a fan of cords. So I was thinking it might be a great idea to multitask right now. So listen to Iron Flame, but work on my book binding. You guys, since the last time you saw me sit down here and work on this book, The Things That We Never Got Over, I haven't touched it. I gotta be honest. What ended up delaying me, besides just like being really busy, was I needed to like redesign the cover. When I went to like set it up in the Cricut to like print it, the cuts that it needed to make just didn't work. My design was like way too intricate, so I needed to like take it a step back and simplify it a bit. So I just finished simplifying it. So cross our fingers. Let's see if this is gonna work. We'll attempt to print it and see if it's gonna work out. This is essentially the design. Let me show it to you. So this is in the Cricut tool, right? So this is gonna be the front, the back, and then the spine. I just need to size it appropriately, and then we can start to like feed things in to the machine. It's gonna take a minute for it to do the cuts. It takes like 10 minutes or so. I mean, it depends on how intricate the design is. This might end up taking a little bit longer. But as far as the cover goes, I ended up finishing more than what you saw. I did actually put the leather cover on, so this is what it's gonna look like, which is great. And then we're gonna do like a gold, champagne gold, kind of like a light gold of lettering on it. I like that. I like it. And then the book is sitting over here. This is what we ended up doing in the last vlog, so if you missed it, go take a peek if you want to understand like about the rebinding process. But the spine is completely ready. I have a bookmark. This is a rough fit of what it's going to be like. Isn't that perfect? But before we like glue the book in, what I like to do is finish up the design on the cover, because you're gonna have to lay it down flat and like iron it on, and it's easier to like get everything straight when it's not yet in the book, especially when it comes to the spine and stuff. So that's the method to my madness. Let's kind of like multitask here with the audiobook, but then prepping things and getting things ready for the Cricut. How exciting. Dinner time! So we wanted some pizza. So we ordered through the app and we're picking up Pagliacci's Pizza. We live in the area. It's really good pizza. I think it's only like a local pizza. Excited about it though. Officially done with the book rebind. Oh my god, I cannot believe like how long that took me, and picking out like all the little things. Oh my god. It took me hours, but it was kind of nice because I was listening to the Audible the whole time, so I got pretty far in the book, which I'm excited about.
Breadsticks?
Yeah, I ordered breadsticks. They sounded tasty. Eee.
Careful with the sauce.
Yes, yes, yes. We're sitting in Juan's new car, by the way. He got a new car this last week. How excited are you about it?
Oh, I love it.
He absolutely loves it. Are you gonna turn off the light on me?
Yeah, finish talking. I cannot drive like
Okay. See you at home. Pizza sounded so flippin' good. So we got half margarita, half fresh veggie. No, thank you. Here's your spicy honey. Good morning! So what you guys didn't end up seeing is that I did end up finishing this book yesterday, the full rebind of it. You didn't see me like glue it together. This was taking many of hours, but let's pull it out of the book press since it's been, I don't know, at least 12 hours or so, and see what the final product looks like. I'm excited to finally be done with this book. Although there are 2 more in the series, so I'll eventually have to get to it. But I wanted to clear off the dining room table for now, since it was like that for a very long time. Wow. Babe, it's pretty good if I do say so myself. So here is the finished book. I did black on the inside of it. It looks so flippin' good. I did mess up a little bit on the spine when I was ironing on the design. Kind of mad that I messed that up. It's like not straight, like right here. I couldn't fix it. So it's not perfect, but I think that it looks so good. I really love this design that I created for it. I like books that look more like old school, you know, like the leather bound books from the 70s, 80s and before, like the intricate designs of it. I just love that look. So that's like what kind of inspired me for this cover of it. I'm a fan. So let's put this on the bookcase next to the other 2 books. Now seeing this does get me excited. and it does make me want to finish and do like the other 2 books. I was worried that I didn't measure accurately enough for like the hangover. My next books, maybe not this series because I want them all to be like even, but I can account for like a little bit more space, but it's pretty straight all around. So I'm very happy with this. I think it's better than the other books that I did. And that's all you can ask for. As long as you're just like getting better, making improvements. I'm a fan. Let's see if I'm tall enough to do this without a ladder. So I put it up here. Oh, how I messed up on the spine is bothering me. But I think that looks good. Wow. Yeah, I love that. So I put it up there with those other books that I also rebound, the Flawless series, the ones to the left. But then you can see there's 2 more books in the series. Things we hide from the light and things we left behind. So it might be best to finish the series there. I know that you guys have expressed like interest in seeing a book rebinding process. So I've been trying to give you like little glimpses of that process as I'm doing it. So like the last vlog, this vlog showed a little bit of it. And then until I kind of like fine tune it and get better at it, I don't think I'm gonna do like a full tutorial yet, but I'll continue to like show clips of like the process and all of that. But yeah, it's definitely like a fun little hobby, and it's like the best of both worlds, you know, like combining books with something that just like kind of just looks so aesthetically good, and I'm all here for that, you know? So it's definitely a hobby that's kind of like perfect for me. And then I wanted to show you really quickly what I was talking about yesterday when I was showing this little matcha tea station. It finally came. So this is what I was referring to. I just wanted something that would kind of cover this outlet, but also so that you couldn't see all of the wires around it. And now it's like kind of shoved behind this shelf. I need to fix it a little bit just so like this is like more down flat and stuff. But I love the way that that looks so much more. These come in handy like quite a bit too. Like if you needed to save space behind something and you didn't want like the plug to stick out too far, it's perfect. It just has like an extension cord on the end of it. But this is what it is called, the sleek socket. So this is a 3-foot one, but then they also have like longer ones too. So this is kind of fun here. Here's like a picture of what it looks like overall. Love it. It's almost 5 p.m. now. I don't even know where this day has gone. I mean, I guess I do. I've been reading this whole time. We are officially half done with Iron Flame, but your girl needs a break from reading. My eyes and my ears, because I've had headphones in the entire day. We need a break, that's for sure. Although I have found one thing that I find slightly annoying with the audiobooks, and maybe this is just like the graphic audio version. You guys will have to confirm for me because that's the only version that I have experience with so far, not just like a standard Audible version, but it skips over some things like while you're reading, especially if you're like reading along. For sure, like spicy scenes, it does not go in as much detail as the book does. And then with some other detailed stuff too, which I find kind of surprising because I thought it was supposed to be like verbatim. Everything is said, but I don't know, I guess not. So I find it annoying because you'll be reading and all of a sudden it skips around and you're like, wait, where am I? And then you find your new spot. So yeah, I've been finding that a little annoying. But we're gonna take a break. I came downstairs to the projector room so that we can chill. I wanna watch some Real Housewives. To be honest, I need to play some major catch up with the Real Housewives. I've been loving this room so much. I know I talked about it in one of like the last vlogs, but down here used to literally be nothing. We would work out down here and that was it. And it was such wasted space. So I took the time and kind of like reconfigured it with the furniture that we already had down here to make it usable. So we kind of turned it into a theater room. I have since gotten a different projector. This is a big boy. This one is phenomenal and the quality is amazing, so I can have my reading ambiance back with the other projector if I want to. But we love it down here. We watch a lot of shows down here, we watch a lot of movies down here. Naturally, I've been wanting to like redecorate the space too. There's still like some clutter down here and I'm working on eliminating that. Like our old dining room table is right here still, and then there's some clutter in like this mud room over here. It's where we keep the litter box for Oliver. But anyways, I have been trying to focus on like redecorating a little bit down here, and I've been trying to come up with like ideas of what I want to do. One of the things I have done is I'm working on like redecorating inside of this like TV stand. This is the stand that I'm talking about. So I've taken a lot of just decor that I've had upstairs or gotten some new decor to put down here. I got some new like coffee table books delivered that I need to go pick up from the mailbox. And I think that was like to finish up like decorating inside of there. We got a sound bar for down here. A couple other things too that I was thinking of. Now I'm just starting to really sag in the couch. I'm getting comfy. It's just like full on so many white walls in here, which is great because I love that anyways. But what I was thinking about is putting like this wall into like an accent wall and doing like, you know, like those wood panel things, like slates. I thought that might be like really cool, you know? Otherwise, it could do it on this wall that the projector's on, but then we would have to install like an actual projector screen. So I don't know. That's what's kind of like going through my mind right now. And then I want to replace this rug with just like a solid rug instead of pattern rug. And then down here is also like where like the front door is. It's over there. And I wanted to spruce up the entryway too. Like get a bigger mirror. I think you can tell it's like a circle mirror over there right now. And then get like a different kind of like entry table for down here too. I can't help myself. Most of the time, like when I'm sitting watching something, I'm always just like looking around the room and trying to think of like just any ways that I can like make a space better or like look better. I don't know what it is, but it's one of my favorite things to do. I'll always just like be looking around and Juan's always like, what are you looking at? And I go, you don't even want to know. Like you don't want to know what's up in my mind all the time, honestly. It just like it never stops. Let's watch The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. I'm 2 episodes behind, and this is one of my favorite of the franchise. I also am a little bit behind on New York City, a lot behind on Potomac. Oh, I did catch up yesterday, was it, on Beverly Hills. I love Beverly Hills this year. It's fantastic. You guys, reading is taking up so much of my time. I'm not complaining about that by any means, but it's making me behind on a lot of shows. Like I'm a couple episodes behind on Southern Charm. Also watching Southern Hospitality, although it's not like my favorites. Below Deck Sailing Yacht kind of like blew my mind one day, like a few weeks ago. I just binge watched all of them to be up to date with where it's currently at. Who is watching Sold on SLC? I watched like the first 2 episodes of it and it just seems so fake. I don't think I'm liking it as much as I thought I might because I love real estate shows. Oh, that brings me to Netflix. What is it? It's like the Selling Sunset, but like the New York version of it. I watched a few episodes of that. I'm really liking that. Anyways, let's go ahead and press play. I'm gonna watch episode 15.
Angie and Whitney and Heather had a really there was a conversation that I was a part of.
You know, the implications of Brittany's statement seem to be that I have an eating disorder or that I'm bulimic or that I'm emotionally unstable. Who does hear if I'm in an international flight or something?
Yummy. Just made some dinner. We did ravioli with like these meatballs and sauce. It's been in our freezer forever and a day. We decided to actually make it, but it's from this brand Rouse. Yummy.
Cheese.
Oh no. Yeah, we do. Asiago or
No.
mozzarella?
No.
See, we have it. Let's see how this meatball tastes. I have my doubts for some reason. It's really good. Wow. We were sitting here watching Beast Games. This show is like wildly entertaining and addictive. Wouldn't you say?
It's fun to watch.
It's so fun to watch. What episode is this? Like 4? Yeah.
We're gonna bring in 3 helicopters and fill 18 of the remaining 36 seats.
It's a show on Prime,
Yeah.
and it's one of those like competing for money sort of a shows. I don't typically watch these.
I mean, what other games like these there are?
Aren't there tons? Like Deal or No Deal, the one with the briefcases on the
It's not
island.
the same.
The people in this is just like ridiculous.
I don't know, it's a weird game because usually in these kind of games you like people.
Okay.
You know? Like there's one that you wanted to win,
Yeah.
and here is more about like hating everybody.
Yeah, these are all the people I want to lose actually, that I don't want to win. Because I have a lot of that. I don't have anyone yet that I really like want to win.
The editing is not like on the positive, it's on the negative.
Yeah, that's fair. Oh wait, the girl that hated Jeremy? She's one of them. Great.